2020 because today is the first day of April 2020. Hope that you guys are doing amazingly well. Let me check that we are all system go. We're live on the Facebooks and we're live on the YouTubes as well. I would assume that we are. All right, what's up everybody? We are live and kicking. What's up guys? Hope that you guys are doing super well. Welcome to the Marketing Atlas Show. My name is Hernan Vasquez and we're going to be talking a little bit about marketing and advertising in general. So if you have questions, please go to marketingatlasshow.com and drop your questions in the little comment box that you will see at the bottom of this video, or below this video I should say. And the reason why is because while we go live on Facebook and YouTube, I'm not actively monitoring those channels. I hope that you guys understand that I'm only one person with impaired knowledge and impaired brain functions and capabilities right now. So I'd rather have you guys all mingle and come together in one, which is not a good idea right now, right? But good enough, we're in our houses and we're isolated. So go to marketingatlasshow.com for any questions that you may have, and welcome to the show. So with that being said, I want to tell you guys something about what I'm really excited, really proud of, is that, with all of this that's happening right now, with all of the stuff that's happening, we're doing some social distancing and all of that stuff. With that happening, I came up with something that I think is going to help you guys. Because while some players are actually withdrawing from the auction right now, specifically on Facebook and YouTube as well, but specifically on Facebook, the CPMs, meaning the cost to advertise on Facebook, it's still really cheap right now. So what I decided to do is to put together a program showing you how I personally create my ads. And the reason why I decided to do that is because last year, I was in charge of managing, hiring, and training over 15 media buyers on a 7-figure or 8-figure actually ad agency, and we were in charge of over 200 clients, and these were small business owners, right? These were small business owners that didn't have huge budgets, they didn't have a lot of time or money to test different stuff on social media. We were running Facebook and Instagram and some YouTube and Google Ads. And I was in charge of personally overseeing each of those accounts, and I was personally in charge of spending over $7 million in advertising on behalf of our clients last year. So here's what happened is that we had 200 plus accounts on different niches. We had coaches, consultants, we had info products, webinar funnels, and all of that. But we also had local chiropractors, car dealers, we had restaurants, we had bars, we had gyms, we had martial arts dojos. So we even had contractors, we had pool installations, roofing, home inspection. So pretty much anything and everything under the sun. And it was one of my responsibilities to hire, train, and manage all of these media buyers. And these media buyers were running ads on behalf of all of these small business clients that we had. And when it came to coming up with copy ideas, when it came to coming up with frameworks, templates, and everything that worked, because we needed to give these guys results, right? I was in charge of all of that. So what I had to do was to devise or develop a framework. I had to develop templates that we would give to each of our media buyers and we say, hey, when you have this type of clients, run this type of ads. And when you have this other type of clients, let's run this type of ads. But no matter what we did, the templates, the copy templates, the video templates, they work extremely well. So what I decided to do in this, in this time of need, I would say, is to put together a program which is really inexpensive, that you can get access and you can actually develop what I call perfect ads. So these ads, what they do is no matter what you're selling, no matter what the economy does, no matter where you're living, no matter what your business is, whether you're expanding or contracting, doesn't really matter. It will allow you to get leads, get clients, get clicks into your business, into your funnels. So if you want to learn more about it, go to hernanvasquez.com/perfect, okay? hernanvasquez.com/perfect. I'm going to also put the link in the comments of the video, and take advantage, because during this week I'm doing a pre-launch deal. Okay, so if you jump on board, what's going to happen is that you will jump on board, and today, this afternoon, actually a couple of hours ago, I went live and recorded all of the stuff that had to do with Facebook. How to write copy for Facebook image ads, what type of images to use, how to write really good scripts when it comes to Facebook video. And then over the next couple of days, I'm going to be recording how to create great YouTube ads that you can use, okay, and B, how to also come up with banners, because we're also dwelling and diving into the Google Display Network. So if you want to learn how to create great banners, this is the program for you. So again, go to hernanvazquez.com/perfect. Take advantage of the super inexpensive price that I have right now going for this pre-launch week. I think it's going to be pretty awesome. I think that you guys are gonna love it. And again, I'm recording this live, so if you join this pre-launch week, you will be able to jump on a call with me while I'm telling you how to create these good YouTube videos, good banners and whatnot, and then you can ask questions, which is pretty cool as well. And then I'm also adding a bunch of bonuses, so it's really inexpensive. It's pretty much open to everyone that wants to become a better advertiser, either for their own clients or for their own business, okay? Because these definitely work. These frameworks stood the test of time, and mostly because they're based off of human psychology, right? You can change the mechanics and the strategies and how Facebook looks and how the YouTube or the Google Ads platform looks, but what you cannot change is human psychology. We as human beings will still reply to the same stuff pretty much. So that's why these frameworks work really well. And again, we tested them anywhere between webinar funnels all the way up to contractors. It's pretty cool, and I'm really excited to share with you guys. And I just recorded the Facebook platform, so I'm going to be editing that today and uploading that to the training area as well. But there's a bunch of bonuses already, which makes it super worldwide. So again, hernanvazquez.com/perfect. There's a discount if you join right now over the next couple of days. All right, so let's jump into the questions. By the way, if you're watching this on Facebook or YouTube, please go to marketingatlasshow.com and drop me a question there. We have some really good questions right now, so I'm going to go into those right now. Okay, so boom, let me start sharing my screen. All right, so we have a question from Alex. Alex, good friend of mine. He's a badass, and he's also in my No BS Advertising Club. And we had a conversation with Alex a little bit ago. So thank you, Alex, for dropping a question. And his question is, can you share some strategies to launch and promote a podcast? I have a new podcast launching this week and want to drive traffic to it. Yes, certainly. So I put together a podcast a couple of weeks ago. It's called the Marketing Atlas Podcast, and it's on iTunes. It's I think there's a button somewhere around here. So actually, if you click here, you will be able to go to a page. Let me actually show it to you. So you will be able to go to a page where you can, subscribe to the different places. This is the first thing that I would recommend you do, is to have some sort of a hub where people can go in and they can either listen to an episode or go ahead and subscribe to the different platforms. So if you go to marketingatlaspodcast.com and you click on Apple, for instance, it will take you to the iTunes section. So you can actually subscribe here. If you go to Spotify, it will take you to Spotify, hopefully, if this works. So yeah, here it is and whatnot. So basically what I'm doing is I got a service called Libsyn. So it's like this, libsyn.com. And this is really inexpensive, and it will allow you to host your podcast. So it's really, really inexpensive. It will allow you to host your podcast, and then it will automatically go out to all of these networks, okay? So that is the first thing. But also what you can do is for each podcast episode, I am, we're having a little bit of show notes, and I'm posting those podcast episodes also on my website on hernanvazquez.com/blog. So what you can do on those cases to promote that podcast is to send traffic to the different pages of the podcast. So for instance, let's say that you come up with 5 different episodes, and then each episode will have its own page or its own blog post, and then you can send traffic through Facebook using a traffic campaign or a landing page view campaign. You can send traffic to those different podcast episodes. So I tried with, I think it was 5 episodes, and one of them was getting me like really cheap clicks to the tune of 20 to 30 cents per click, which is pretty cool. So I left those up and running, and then I killed the rest. So some episodes will have better traction than others. and then that is giving you some ideas when it comes to what to talk about more, what people are interested of, and also will give you some ideas as to what type of products to develop, because again, some episodes will have better traction than others. So I'm an advertising guy, so this is what I would tell you. The other option is to create a small video, and you can do this with something called repurpose.io. So if I go to repurpose.io, you can have your automatically, and this is done automatically, by the way, you can go to repurpose.io. It's also really inexpensive, and you can get your podcast turned into a video. Okay, so they will grab your podcast episode and they will add this little background, this little sound wave or whatever, and they will post it to Facebook or YouTube. Now, to that episode in video, you can run a video views campaign to that episode, and then you can have call to actions on that post to subscribe to your podcast. So not only you will be sending traffic to the podcast itself, but you will be sent to the podcast episodes, but you can also be sending traffic to or you can have video views campaigns running. And as you know, and I know, video views campaigns are really inexpensive right now. So you can do that through repurpose.io, and then, you can post in a couple of different places with repurpose.io. So basically, it's allowing you to publish your podcast pretty much everywhere, which is pretty cool. And I've been using this, and it works really, really well. So that's another option that you can do, Alex, in terms of this. So I would say run traffic campaigns to the different podcast episodes, and A, and B, make repurpose.io to create videos on your Facebook page, and then it will go ahead. You can go ahead and run video views campaigns to that. I think that will help you a lot when it comes to getting that initial push out, and then that's basically what I'm doing as well, and it's working really well. So I hope that helps, buddy. But let me know when you launch it, because I would like to listen to it, and I would like to subscribe. Why not? All right, cool. So Arman, what's up, Arman? Arman, my man. As an update from last week, I changed the landing page. I'm working on the case study. As for questions, what is the current state of advertising, if you haven't talked about it yet? And what are products that are killing it right now with ads, and what do they have in common? E-com courses, etc. Great question, Arman. So the current state of advertising is that the CPMs are going a little bit up. So, some people are going back in the game after they have pivoted their advertising strategy. They have pivoted as a business. But what I'm really seeing is that still super cheap to advertise, still super cheap to generate leads, to generate sales. But what I'm seeing is this. I'm seeing that, so Billie Jean just launched a $100 offer, and then we kind of, replicated that with Frank, and we launched that too, and it's crushing it. I think it has to do with how the offer is presented and what's the messaging behind it. Because whether the offer, the offer is still like really valid and really valuable right now, there are some offers that are struggling from last week or the past 2 weeks to right now. And the reason why they're struggling is because they haven't updated their messaging, okay? So they haven't updated their messaging, meaning, people right now, they're in a different state of mind. They're in a different state of mind, and you need to address them where they're at. So the messaging behind this offer is, hey, if I lost everything, which a lot of people unfortunately are, if I lost everything, here's what I would do over the next 30 days. Okay, so jump in, I'll walk you through everything. So that is basically the framework that we're using on that offer, and it's crushing it. It's doing amazingly well, mostly because people are looking for tools. They're looking for solutions. They're looking for a way to, actually, let me go back to the webcam. They're looking for a way out, right? They're looking for a solution. They're looking for a tool or something that will help them cope with this crisis, if you would. Some businesses are booming. Like, I'm really fortunate guy, and my business is booming, and my sales are growing. But when it comes to putting together offers, it's all about the messaging. So if you go out there and find for sure everything that has to do with survival, with prepping, with with getting ahead of the game financially, all of that is really good and it's booming right now. In fact, I talked yesterday to a financial advisor that is realizing this, and we're restarting his campaign. He paused them for a little bit, but now he's coming back stronger than ever because we're kind of, going after this messaging. So anything that has to do with financial advisory, anything that has to do with putting your affairs in order, and everything that has to do with tools that allows people to generate a new trade or a new skill set that would allow them to put money on the table or put food on the table, right? So because the livelihood or the life support of some people are being threatened right now. So, basically you can still have the same offer, but you need to change the messaging around it. So for instance, the messaging that I have behind hernanvazquez.com/perfect is, hey, develop a skill set that will allow you to thrive in any economy. Because if you think about it, if you learn how to write good ads, if you learn how to create good videos for your advertising, if you learn how to write good copy, you will never go broke. You'll never go broke, right? You will never ever go broke. And that's one of the things that I'm teaching, right? I'm teaching copywriting for advertising. So the framework or the framing actually, or the idea behind this product is that it will allow you to develop a skill set that you can thrive upon that skill set. It doesn't matter what the economy does. So it kind of gives you freedom to actually choose your path, choose your own adventure. Do you want to go after, e-com courses? Do you want to go after, local clients or whatever? So I think that if you frame it like that, and if you approach those businesses that are understanding how to pivot, I think that you will be in a much better place. Because again, there's a lot of people needing for advertising and marketing help right now, because they're seeing that things are not as easy as they used to be, and that they need branding help, and they need to build those audiences as well. So I'm seeing e-com for sure, courses for sure, but it's not mostly about the offer or the products, but it's about how they're framing it. It's about how they're putting it out there. So every time you can help somebody develop a skill set or a trade or a business trade or something like that, that will allow them to, secure the bread. If you were secure more money, then that is something that will definitely move you forward. So I know that you're smart enough, Armand, so you can actually go ahead and start doing that on whatever it is that you're doing. Cool. All right, cool. So Ula, what's up, Ula? How are you doing? Hope that you're doing well. Okay, let's see. So can you give us some advice on branding campaigns, please? Yes, of course I can. So they're still really inexpensive. Here's the framework that we are using. And Ula, we have our No BS Advertising Club call these, and I'm moving the mic, by the way, because I'm going to write on the whiteboard. But we have the No BS Advertising Club call this Friday. Okay, so make sure that if you have additional questions, come and ask them. But here's the framework that we're using, okay? So we're still running video views campaigns. Some of the best performing ads that we have right now are 1 to 2 minute ads, video ads that are vertical. Okay, so vertical videos. And I think that Alex also was running some tests with this, and he's crushing it. So I don't know if you can see this. So let me actually move this around. Okay, so 1 to 2 minute vertical videos. And then what you want to do is to run video views campaigns, and you want to run this to 10. So let's do this. So you want to run this to 15 to 20 different audiences at $1 a day. Okay, so 15 to 20 different audiences at $1 a day. So you will run a 1 to 2 minute vertical video to 15 to 20 different audiences at $1 a day. On your case, Ula, for what you're selling, I would suggest do like a real simple vertical video like this with your phone, recorded like this, like vertical, like this, looking at the selfie camera. I don't know if you can see this, but looking at the selfie camera, and give a tip. Be helpful, like in 2 minutes. In your case would be how people can, enjoy a yacht without owning one. So you can go and do that, and then you will run that video to 15 to 20 different audiences at $1 a day, okay? So this is going to be your audience building, okay? So this is going to be your audience builder right here. Okay, so your audience builder is going to be that. And you can expect really, really cheap video views right now. But this is just one part of the equation. The other part of the equation is to create all of these audiences, to create 25% video views of this video, 50%, 75%, and show them more videos and show them offers. So the rest of the strategy kind of stays the same when it comes to intent-based branding or something similar. But you know, this is basically where you want to start. So you want to discover out of all of the videos that you have, Ula, which one is going to build your audiences the fastest, and then you can go all in with that. Okay, so I hope that helps. If you have any additional questions, feel free to post them here, or come on Friday. We'll have our No BS Advertising Club call, so that so you can come and share, and then I'll show you how to find these audiences, which is pretty cool. And you give us some advice on branding campaigns. I was thinking that might be a good idea. Yes. So once you have this, okay. So once you have this is going to be your audience builder. I'm going to erase this. By the way, go to hernanvazquez.com/perfect if you want to get a discount for my Perfect Ads program. So let me erase this. And then what you're going to do is two things. Number one is to show them more videos. Okay, more videos. And on this case, these videos can be live streamed. So for instance, one of the things that I do with the Marketing Atlas show is to run it as an ad. So you might see this as an advert, like as an ad, as an actual ad. But this is like 28, 30, 50 minutes long. I have a great interview by Armand, by the way. So Armand interviewed me a couple weeks ago, and it's on his YouTube channel, so go check him out. And we had a great interview, we had a great conversation, and it was like 58 minutes long. And I'm getting people to consume that content for, I think it's like 30 cents. So 30 cents for 100% video view on an almost an hour long video. But this is happening here, okay? This is happening here, not here. Here you want short, punchy videos that get the attention. And again, I'm showing how to do all of this in the Perfect Ads workshop, but you want punchy videos that get the attention right away. And then you show them more videos, but also to these folks right here, you want to show them offers. Okay? So these offers are going to be conversion ads for the most part. And here they can go to your lead magnet, another you have one. It can go to your webinar funnel, it can go to different places. But this is basically the structure of a branding campaign. And the reason why we structure it like this is because while we're still running conversion ads, right here, like the direct response conversion ads, we still are. This is targeting only the low hanging fruit on Facebook. So this is targeting people that are ready to buy right now. While when we develop a strategy like this and a branding campaign like this, then you're targeting people that are ready to buy over the next 30, 90, 180 days. Now, a lot of people are running just this, right? They're running just conversion campaigns, and they're going for the kill and harvesting the low hanging fruit. What happens with that is that now the potential of people that might buy your product or service is shrinking. And I had a conversation with Steve Merrill today. Actually, we were talking about that. He did a great interview as well. So I'm going to be showing you guys that in a second, but or rather shortly, not in a second, but shortly. So what happens is that people are going for conversions only. Their audience is shrinking, right? Because again, people are being laid off. Some people are not willing to purchase right now. So the audience is shrinking. But if you do all of this right now, while the ads are cheap, you can actually build audiences that you can target for the next 365 days. That means that you can create audiences that you can target for the next year at a discount. So you build these audiences at a discount right now, and you can target them for the next 365 days. So tell me about investment, right? So this is a great investment that you can do. So if you want to learn how to create these short punchy videos, go to hernanvazquez.com/perfect. I'm going to put it on the chat right here, not on the chat, but in the comments. Boom, so it's there, hernanvazquez.com/perfect, and you can get a discount for this program. Let's see if we have any other questions, shall we? Let's see. Oh, okay, so great point. So Ula is saying that she already has a lookalike audience. So that is actually a great point. So what you're going to do, Ola, my dear Ola, here's what you're going to do. Each of these ad sets, okay, each of these ad sets that you will have at $1 a day, these 15 to 20 different ad sets are going to hold one interest per ad set. So you will have interest 1, interest 2, interest 3, interest 4, interest 5, interest 6, and so on. The rest is going to stay the same. So let's say that you're targeting men and women in the US that men and women in the US, I don't know, 30 plus, right? Or 30 to 54. That's going to be your base targeting. And then on each ad set, you will have one targeting. So let's say yachting, and then the next targeting would be luxury holiday, and then the next targeting is going to be Rolex, and then the next targeting is going to be Ferrari, you know, like high level luxury brands. So you have one after the next. Now, if you do have a lookalike audience, what you can do is you can have one of these ad sets running to that lookalike audience. Okay, so you can have a 1% lookalike audience of past leads or past buyers, and you can run it to one of these audiences right here, or one of these ad sets. So at the end of the day, you will end up with 15 to 20 different audiences at $1 a day, and each of those, one of those or two of those can be lookalike audiences. And again, this is going to be putting people in this bucket that we're going to show more videos, and we're also going to be running conversions as well. If you have any questions, feel free to come and show up for the No BS Advertising Call, No BS Advertising Club call, which is going to be this week as well. All right, cool. So I don't see any more questions. Let me know if you guys have any additional questions. I hope that this helps. I hope that this is helpful, and we'll go from there. I'll give you guys like 30 more seconds. But again, I do see that the state of advertising right now is pretty cool. I'm usually I have a pretty positive outlook of things, and I do think that right now, like you can reach people right now that you wouldn't reach otherwise, either because A, they're not in their houses, or B, because you know the costs are going up. And something else that we need to understand is that you know the political campaigns are kind of stopped right now, and when they go back, the minute they'll go back full force, and they will even go back heavier, and you know they will spend more money than before. The reason why is because, and I've been telling this, is that you know, political parties, they have a budget to spend on social media ads. They have a budget, and they're going to spend it. They need to spend it before the election, so before November. They need to spend it, and they're going to spend it whether it is in a year or in 3 months. So if they, you know, if for whatever reason this keeps on happening and this keeps on, you know, getting longer and whatnot, they will have a huge budget for an entire year that they need to spend in 3 months, and they need to spend it, and they're going to spend it. So over those 3 months, it will be basically impossible to advertise, because you know you cannot compete with that kind of money. It doesn't matter who you are, you cannot compete with that kind of money, right? So when they're pumping all of that amount of money in the platforms, not only on Facebook but on Google and YouTube as well, then it's going to be really hard to get any reach at all. So right now, where things are kind of on the low side, go ahead and create your audiences and build this type of frameworks, this type of campaigns, because it will definitely allow you to do a lot of the good stuff. All right. So let's see if we have any other questions. If not, we're gonna call it a day. Let's see. All right, cool. So we don't see any more questions. Okay, guys, thank you for hanging out for a little bit with me. Again, if you want to get a discount for this program, go to hernanvazquez.com/perfect. Get a copy of my perfect ads framework and copywriting and templates and all of that I really want to share with you guys, because the minute that you understand how to write powerful copy, how to create great videos, then you will never have to worry about a situation like this ever again. And I hope that, you know, I help you achieve at least a little bit of that over the next couple of weeks. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. Have an amazing rest of your day.